Yeah. Wale. And I love you, and I want you.
Hey guys, this is Isabella Jaii, and today's video is it's gonna be touchy. I decided to sit down and talk to you guys about something that I've been dealing with like all my life, you know, and you might have an idea by the title. I'm 100% sure you guys know what I'm about to talk about by the title, but I'm about to get really personal. So if you guys want to see what I'm talking about and what I'm about to say about the title of this video, then let's get straight to it. So basically today's video is going to be about my weight loss journey, just to give you guys a background story on why I'm even talking about this. Weight is something that I've dealt with my entire life. It's something I always wanted to change, you know. It's something that's always bothered me, but I tried not to let it bother me. You know how something like it was one of my biggest insecurities at one point. I really thought, like, at one point in life I thought I was ugly because of how big I was, so I would kind of sulk in that. Like, I didn't understand that beauty doesn't only come from outside, but it comes from within as well. And I really let it take a toll on my life at certain points in my life. Like, I didn't dress how I could have dressed. I didn't carry myself a certain way. Like, I looked pretty jacked up. Like, it was pretty crazy. In elementary school, it wasn't that big of a deal for me. Like, it was because, first of all, everybody knows little kids gotta be the absolute worst and most honest people in the world to talk to. Like, they will tell you how it is. And you know, kids will always talk about me for being bigger. I mean, I done fell over in a dress before in 3rd grade, and I was bigger than most kids, so I was a little embarrassed, like, from that experience. So, you know, kids will laugh at you and they'll tell you, like, hey bro, you fat. Like, and let's just be real here. Like, I didn't understand how to live with the fact that I was bigger than most kids. I didn't understand at such a young age. So, you know, growing older and then like developing and getting my actual friend group and seeing how people actually find, like, in middle school I felt like I had a group of people that actually accepted me for who I truly was, rather than, you know, not accepting me for what I looked like. And that's when I started to become more comfortable with it, and I kind of didn't care. Plus, you know, being bigger, like in middle school, I guess my weight didn't really affect, I don't want to say my weight didn't affect me, because it was times in middle school where I just knew certain things weren't happening because of my weight. And I'm talking about, like, you know, I'm talking about like me being attractive to guys. Like, that's when I really started to, that's when weight really kind of just like, it was like, oh, you being bigger do play, okay, like, it really does, like, me being bigger really did matter to people. And I try not to let it affect me. Like, I try not to let how other people feel affect me. So I tried to be myself. So, you know, from middle school, I just, like, you know, people was getting in petty relationships. Like, I wasn't one of those kids to get into those petty relationships. And I mean, I felt like 9 times out of 10 that was the reason why. Like, I remember people saying, like, oh dang, like, if Isabella was smaller, like, yeah, she'd be this, she'd be that. And it was just like, I would hear it and I would fantasize being smaller. Like, okay, well, if I wasn't smaller, like, dang, like, who would talk to me? You know what I'm saying? And then we're just gonna fast forward to high school. And being in high school, everybody knows high school is like really that big transition. That's when you really start talking to guys. That's when you really start talking to different people, and you really start to socialize, and people starting to get to know you for real. Like, middle school is petty. Like, everybody just talk to everybody in middle school. But high school is where it just becomes real. And that's when it really kind of hit me, like, dang. So my way of like coping with the whole I'm bigger than most people, I don't want to get my feelings hurt thing was me friend zoning people, and I know this is kind of, it's not really off topic, it's kind of off topic, but I'm just trying to like give y'all this background story. But I would friend zone people. I wouldn't get my hopes up with guys. Like, I would just kind of be their friend, and if I found out like somebody thought I was cute, it was whatever. Like, it was just like, okay, well, I'm not really trying to do that. Like, I'm not trying to get hoed. Like, to be real with y'all, I wasn't trying to get hoed. So, you know, as time went on, I didn't dress how I would usually dress. Like, I don't dress up when I go to school, but I do dress up when I go to church. When I go to church, like, I dress like a girl. I dress like I care. I dress like, you know, I dress to make myself feel good. But when I went to school, I wouldn't dress like that. When I went to school, I would kind of just go to school and whatever. Like, I didn't realize how big of a toll my weight was on me until people started to point it out. Like, my friends, they be like, Isabella, why you got that on? Like, what you doing? Why you got that on? And they would point it out to me, but I didn't understand. I didn't understand because at that point in time, I didn't care. I just was living. I was living. I was just like, all right, like, it is what it is. And it's been so many times in my life where I've tried, like, I've tried to lose weight several times. And I tried in 8th grade. I used to go to the gym all the time with my mom. And then I tried again. Then I would do a lot with one of my friends. I would do a lot with her, and she would help me. We would do at-home exercises over FaceTime, and it would be a lot of different people motivating me to like do better. But that motivation wasn't enough motivation for me. Just to be real with you, like, I have people that want to see me lose weight. I have people that want to see me win, but I felt like, in my opinion, I'm sorry. Alright, in my opinion, their reason for wanting me to lose weight wasn't so that I could feel better about myself. I felt like it was so that they could feel better about me. So I let the idea of it go, and I finally had to. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. This is the first time I've ever. Oh, this is crazy. This is so crazy. This is the first time I've ever actually admitted to myself. Jesus. Whew. I'm sorry. I don't like to do stuff like that, but I get really emotional sometimes. But oh my gosh, no, we don't have time for this. Alright. I didn't feel like people motivating me was for me. I felt like it was for them. So I let that go. I let the whole idea of weight loss go until it affected my health. And I didn't realize that it affected my health until I did an internship, and I gained over 70 pounds. And it was like, cause I've always been over, like, just to be real with y'all, I've always been over 200 pounds. Like, I've always, from what I can remember, I've always been over 200 pounds. But it wasn't until I reached over 300 pounds that it was just like, that was when I realized it. Because I remember going to the doctors with my mom. We had just moved to Novi, and she took me to the doctor. She was like, yes, but let's just, let's go get this physical. And I switched doctors, and I get in there, and I wanted to tell her about why I was having pains in my knee. And the doctor's like the doctor, I'm on the scale, and I see her moving it. She moved it past 2. I'm like, okay, that's normal. She moved it past 250. I'm like, okay, that's normal. She moved it past 3. I'm like, okay, that's normal. Then she moved it past 330. I'm like, wait a minute, what? then she moved it past 3:30, and it wasn't until then that I realized, like, you let it get this far. And I always told myself, I said, I don't want to get that far. I don't want to let myself go that much to the point where it's like I just don't care about myself. So that was when I had decided. This was last year, by the way. This was last year in March. I had just came off my internship. I actually interned at a cheesecake spot, and that's my old job, but I'm not gonna name it. I interned at a cheesecake spot. Cheesecake is my favorite dessert, so they couldn't pay me, so I used to get paid in cheesecake. And I didn't realize, like, me just not caring and me just letting myself go like that, it really turned my senior year like upside down. Like, I had plans to look so good for prom. I had plans to just look so good for graduation, to feel better. I wanted to be on top, and I didn't. And the thing is, I had to, like, all my plans was crushed, because it was like, how you gonna drop 160 pounds in, it was March, how you gonna drop 160 pounds in 3 months? Like, that's seriously unrealistic. Seriously unrealistic. And to be real with y'all, I was 360 pounds. Like, just to be real, I was. At that point, that was when my mom was just like, no, like, come on, like, you know, what you doing? Let's get on this. So I started to go to a nutritionist. From then on, I went to a nutritionist every week. She changed my diet completely. I could only eat certain foods, so me and my mom, we went out and we would buy stuff. She gave us papers. She gave us papers on papers, and we decided that I was gonna see this nutritionist every week, every Wednesday, every week. After the first week, I really didn't feel like I lost weight. I felt like it was so pointless, because I personally didn't understand the whole water weight thing. So I'm like, you know, after the first week, I'm like, bro, like, what is this really doing? Like, I do feel more energetic. My metabolism, like, I do feel more energetic. I do feel more energized. I do feel like lighter on my feet. I didn't feel as heavy as I usually do, like bloated, but I really didn't feel like nothing was happening after that first week. And then I came to the doctor. I came back to that nutritionist that next week, and she's like, oh, you lost 10 pounds. And from then on, I was like, what? And at that point, that was when I knew, I'm like, I can do it. It's just I'm lazy. But I continued to eat right. I continued to, you know, do different things. I did struggle. I did have a few cheat days, but I was still losing. Well, my knee wasn't hurting as bad as it used to now that I was eating healthy, now that I was doing something. So that was something. But then after graduation, I kind of let myself go again. And in September, I ended up working back at the same spot, and I realized, and you know, working back at the same spot that got me in trouble the first time wasn't the best idea for my body, but at the time my pockets was like, girl, you better go, like. But you know, it was just like, it wasn't the best idea for me to go back. I gained that weight back. I did. I gained that weight back, and I ended up leaving that job this year in February, at the end of February, literally right before March. And then that was when I was just like, I'm done with sweets. Like, I'm not about to eat that no more. I don't crave it, and I'm not sure if it's just a me thing or what, but I don't crave it as often as I used to. I got back to a place where I was too comfortable. And I realized that growth and progress and all of that comes from not being comfortable. It all comes from bringing yourself out of your comfort zone. Like, I can't grow, I can't lose weight, I can't do anything if I don't push myself, if I don't have that motivation, if I don't have that drive to do it. I've been seeing different people on Snapchat, different peers of mine working out, getting their bodies right. And you know, I've been seeing it and I've been hearing it, and I'm just like, I'm at a place where now I'm just I'm tired of not loving the skin I'm in. I've come to a place where I'm secure. Like, I know who I am on the inside, no doubt, but on the outside I don't feel as good as I do on the inside. And I want it to be a balance. I don't want it to be, oh, I'm a great person, but I don't, you know, I don't feel like a great person. I want it to be a balance. Like, I want to say I feel good, but I look good too. Like, I'm good and I feel good, and I want to be all around great. And if you guys watched my invade my privacy video, if you guys watched my small YouTuber tag, you've seen that by the end of this year I want to make progress. I mean, it's about to be August, and I know it might be too late in the year. I know you're about to be like, well, Isabella, you only have 4 months left, but I've seen people's lives change in a matter of weeks, in a matter of days. Like, I've seen it. I've literally seen it. And a prime example for somebody who's lost weight in my life is my eldest brother. All his life he was big as well, and I've seen this man literally go from that to who he is now. I mean, I can insert pictures of him as well, just to kind of show you guys how he's been a motivation and an inspiration to me. Even his wife as well, they always motivate me and they want me to do better. And several other people in my life as well, they want to see me win. And you know, because I was in such a bad place, and because I felt like people didn't want to see me win for the right reasons, I wasn't accepting what they had to say. But now I'm good, and now I'm about to start this weight loss journey, and I want all of you to be a part of it. I want you guys to see what I'm doing and how I'm doing it, what I'm doing to make it happen. I want you all to see how it's changing me as a person. I want you all to see my progress from start to finish. And honestly, I just want y'all to see that if I can do it, you can do it. I've seen other people do it. I've seen other people do it around me. My mindset has completely changed. I'm completely in a place to where I'm like, this is what I want, and I know I can achieve it. So with that being said, thank you all for watching this video. I hope you guys stay tuned to this weight loss journey. And I know there are going to be a lot of people that are going to be like, oh, you're not going to do it. But at the end of the day, actions speak louder than words. I'm really excited to share this journey with all of you. I'm really excited to just grow and to lose this weight and to, you know, show you guys what it's like to do something and not care about what other people have to say, because as you can see, you see how what people have to say affected me. You see how things can kind of take a toll on you. And if weight is something that you're dealing with and you feel like you're not good enough because of your size, do something about it. Because you don't have to sulk in your sorrow. You know, you don't have to go ahead and overthink it. Just do it and just be about it. Like, be about that action and just make it happen, because that's what I'm about to do. So I'm encouraging all of you to do what y'all want to do, to get fit, to be healthy, to eat right, to do right, whatever it is out there that y'all want to do, whatever journey that y'all want to do. We can be on this journey together. Make sure you guys subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell to make sure that you get all notifications every single Wednesday for Weight Loss Wednesdays on my channel. And also follow me on all of my social media, where I'll be documenting on there as well. I'm going to be posting pictures on Instagram. I'm going to be updating on Snapchat, showing you guys I'm in the gym or whatever I'm doing. I'm going to vlog. I'm going to do it. So I'll see you guys next week, Wednesday. Bye.
I love you, yeah, I want you, yeah, have faith in a young OG, have faith and do a B.I.G., yeah.